All right, so the other day, my friend and I were having this discussion about the possibility that slam poetry was the sixth element of hip-hop. But then my friend says...
Of course not. I mean, think about it. You think Shakespeare could ever be considered hip-hop?
And at the time, I said, well, no, there is no way that Shakespeare, with knee-length pants,
knee-high socks,
didn't know a thing about trying to pop and lock,
or Biggie and Pop,
or sling and crack rock,
or mad jump shots,
could ever be hip-hop. But see, that's when it hit me. You see, Shakespeare is the undisputed king of modern English.
He taught us how to put the swagger back in our language.
See, back then, Cool Herc was kind of like Homer, because he was the one that started.
He stretched vinyl on the table and spun it to make erect magic.
The way Homer stretched out papyrus to write wonderful and tragic. And the truth is, the Iliad and the Odyssey were kind of like
Rapper's Delight. Yeah, because they were long and drawn out and some of the verses didn't quite fit right.
Right, but they were the building blocks for what came next, for the burned CDs, MP3s, and the printing press.
You know what that gets me thinking?
Yes.
The Apostle Paul must have been kind of like Pop.
Right, because they weren't scared to paint pictures of perfection
pinned on the cross. And yes, it was similar how they were lost. But by now, shouldn't it seem strange that we always kill the people capable of change? Jesus,
Gandhi,
Lincoln,
Martin,
Malcolm,
Paul the Apostle,
John Lennon the Beatle, Paul McCartney the Beatle.
Paul McCartney's still alive. And I fixate my gaze on you, walking down the aisle, much like I will spot the waiter across the room carrying our food. And I know it's our tray from 100 yards away, and I will track that steak like I'm the NSA because I'm fat like that. Side dishes.
Those late night phone calls that lasted till sunrise.
The icy cold beverage.
The very first time you fart in front of me.
Okay, to the dessert. They don't touch anything when they look at that. Turns us all into slaves. That crap in your garage will fit in your grave, and that baggage called hate won't squeeze through the pearly gates. So when I die, bury me with a plasma screen that plays all of my life's highlights on constant repeat. I want that mounted right there on my headstone, right next to two huge speakers blasting Outkast and the Deftones and a dance floor on my grave.
I can't lead others if I can't lead me, and we can't be lovers if you can't love you, and I can't love me, so I used to carve in the school desks, love you, hoping you would see what to remind me, because there may have been some kid sitting in that same seat feeling just like me, wishing that dude who shot himself would have had a last name that started with a C. My name is Jonathan Clark, also known as Courageous.
And my name is Lane Schuler, also known as Lane Schuler. are here.
In comfortable company.
Napkin on my lap.
Love on your plate. You on my mind. Now let us say grace. Thank you, God, for our food. Let it provide nourishment to our bodies.
Let it impress her ever so slightly.
And if it's your will, let this be my child's mother.
And she can teach him how to cook and how to find a lover with a little bit of this.
A little bit of that
and a whole lot of butter. We are I.N.K. Thank you so very much. You are a small but wonderful crowd. We appreciate everything. Mighty Morphin Power Player, bricklayer, payment made a wager on the heavy way to play a hater. Maybe made a chance that I could dance in my pink pleated pants in the street with my purple paint and Pumas on my feet. Slot bucket filled with gravy and eggs. Roll Rick Denker with the craziest legs. He's at the Cookie Mountain, found him shaving his head. And you don't really want to know the things that he said. Said it was certified nastiness. Understand the over-under pacifist to end up with the horses that disperse between your mattresses. My fatness is a carnival cruise. Capsizing in the Caspian, barnacle brews. I tried to divide and conquer, but I'd rather drive them bonkers on my pomegranate bomber jacket, jumping Jeffrey Dahmer on my living long and parcel, screaming death before dishonor at a Frank Sinatra concert while I turn into this monster. Thank you. Now that is how you rhyme.
That's how you rock. That's how you rock.